Welcome, Vilonia Eagle softball fans, to another broadcast of Vilonia Eagle softball live from Lady Eagle Field here on the campus of Vilonia High School. We're going to be playing Mountain Home in a doubleheader tonight. Coach Sullivan says he's ready for me to do lineups and national anthem, so I'm going to do that, Kobe.
Sounds great.
Shortstop, number 26, Sydney Zimmer. Batting second, playing center field, number 10, Peyton Husky. Batting third, the designated player, number 28, Maylee Tabor. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 8, Grace Gilbert. Batting fifth and playing third, number 11, Bella Bavell. Batting sixth and catching, number 2, Addison Yates. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 4, Chassie Whitlow. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 15, Courtney Green. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 5, Emily Payne. And in the flex position tonight, the pitcher, number 3, Lauren Loving. Now for the starting lineup for your Lady Eagles. Leading off the game, playing shortstop, number 10, Callie Erie. Batting second and playing second base, number 31, Sydney Johnson. Batting third, the catcher, number 12, Talon Lawrence. Batting fourth and playing right field, number 32, Julie Johnson. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 25, Gracie Kimbrell. Batting sixth and playing center field, number 20, Faith Johnson. Batting seventh and playing third base, number 14, Marley Hinesley. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 7, Mackenzie Lloyd. Batting ninth and playing left field, number 4, Kylie Linton. And the flex tonight, and your girl in the circle, number 22, Tori Wilbanks. At this time, I'd like for everyone to please stand. Gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. Okay, now we're back. Sorry about the break there. I was not expecting to go that quickly to the lineups. Generally, we do the meeting at the plate first. Either way, here we are at home tonight for a doubleheader against Mountain Home. This is part of the 5A and 6A combined classification business that the AAA decided was the way to go. Personally, I hate it, but I think maybe what we're going to be doing next year is even more dumb than this setup. So that's my feelings on the classification cycle for this one and the next. Kobe, feel free to jump in anytime you like.
Well, you look at it, Corey, last time we traveled to Mountain Home, if you remember, it snowed for about 2 to 3 hours straight. And you're just thankful today that Mountain Home had to make the trip down here. Beautiful day. The wind's blowing a little bit, but it's a beautiful day for softball, and AAA makes the rules. We just play it.
This is true. It is a much better weather than it was last year when we made the trip up there. Thankful for that, most certainly. I really don't know what to expect out of the Bombers here. If I remember correctly, it was both games were run rules up there last year. We had a little bit of trouble getting going in the cold weather. Ultimately, the Eagle offense was enough and prevailed in both games. So we'll kind of see how it goes today. We'll go over the starting lineups real quick for both teams. Mountain Home's going to be number 26, Sydney Zimmer. She's the shortstop, followed by number 10, Peyton Husky, the center fielder. Batting third is going to be number 28, Maylee Tabor, the designated player. In the cleanup spot is number 8, Grace Gilbert. She is the first baseman. Then that's going to be followed by number 11, Bella Bavell. She is the third baseman. Batting sixth is number 2, Addison Yates. She is the catcher. Batting seventh is going to be number 4, Cassie Whitlow. She plays left field. The eighth batter is number 15, Courtney Green. She's the right fielder. Ninth batter is number 5, Emily Payne. She's the second baseman. And then the pitcher, who is also the flex for the Bombers, is Lauren Loving. And, Kobe, you got Vilonia's lineup. If you want to run that down, go right ahead.
Okay. Batting first, playing shortstop tonight, is Callie Erie. Batting second, number 31, playing second base, is Sydney Johnson. Batting third, number 12, catching, is Talon Lawrence. Batting fourth, number 32, playing right field, is Julie Johnson. Batting fifth, number 25, playing first base, is Lauren Kimbrell. Batting sixth, number 20, center field, Faith Johnson. Batting seventh, number 14, playing third base tonight, is Marley Hunsley. Batting eighth, number 7, designated player, is Mackenzie Lloyd. Batting ninth, playing left field, number 4, Kylie Linton. And on the mound, number 22, Tori Wilbanks.
So Tori Wilbanks getting the start today. How many pitchers saw action this past weekend? 4. We had 4 different pitchers
We did.
pitch. Probably going to see all 4 of them tonight as well. So we expect to see Kimbrell, and we expect to see Jordan Alexander as well as old PK.
Well, Jordan Alexander is actually at a track meet.
Well,
so
you speak in facts, my friend. I did not know that.
She is, so.
Okay, so we don't expect to see Jordan Alexander. Shelby Wilson at a track meet as well. So 2 of the freshmen who have seen some playing time in most games, or not in most. Jordan's seen in every game. Shelby in a couple of games, both at track meet today. And I know that's the reason why Coach Sullivan doesn't like to play conference games on Tuesdays or Thursdays because of the track meets. You have junior high on Tuesday and then senior high track meets on Thursday. So going to be missing a couple of players tonight. Still got Paige to come in on the mound. And I don't know, did we dress anybody else out as a pitcher or just the 3? Okay, the managers are telling me just the 3 pitchers tonight. So we expect to see 3 pitchers tonight. And I'm going to be doing double duty on the PA system and on this, so I'll jump off of here sometimes to announce batters. So we'll do that here in just a minute as Eagles are breaking the huddle. And when I start talking there, you gonna run that for me? So leading off the game for the Lady Bombers, number 26, Sydney Zimmer. First pitch from Tori is up and in for ball 1. And Mary Kate's going to try to operate the camera for us. And you can't mess up. I mean, you can, but we'll only laugh at you for a minute. So Second pitch is a called strike on Zimmer. That evens the count up at a ball and a strike. And Wilbanks working the inside half of the plate early, Kobe.
We're going to see what the umpire is going to give us right here. First two pitches, one was a strike, one was a ball.
That one's going to miss down and in for ball 2. Brings the count to 2-1 now on Zimmer. Picking up a little interference somewhere. Nope, that's not it. It's a foul ball. Brings the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes for Zimmer. Wilbanks doing a good job of finding the zone early in the game. That one's going to be a slow roller to Erie. Erie has it over to Kimbrell. Kimbrell stretches, and the Eagles have the out. Good hustle by Erie to come in on the slow roller. Good throw over there. Kimbrell with the stretch, and first out's always the big one. So batting now is going to be number 10, Peyton Husky for the Bombers. First pitch curveball misses off the outside corner of the plate for ball 1.
You know, we're looking for Tori to step up right here. She's done a fantastic job. Get ahead, way to get that first out right there.
Absolutely. That one's going to be chopped at Kimbrell. She has it, steps on her bag, and that's going to be out number 2 of the first inning. Now batting for the Bombers, number 28, Maylee Tabor. Batting for the Bombers is going to be number 28, Maylee Tabor. First pitch, strike on the outside corner. Good start there by Wilbanks.
She's painting the corners really well. Nothing's been down the middle, inside, outside. She's doing a great job.
That one's going to be just a little bit too far out there as she misses off the outside corner. Evens the count up at a ball and a strike on Tabor. Eagles would love to go ahead and get this out, not give up any runs here, maybe come out and put several runs of them up for themselves. That one's fouled back. Kind of a around the ball over the top swing there by Tabor.
You know, Corey, look at this park right here. We played in Benton this past weekend. The fence was 200. Now we're playing on the 220 park. A lot more area to cover out here.
We do play in Little Fenway. Change up, hits the batter on the front knee. It's going to be the free pass for Maylee Tabor. It's going to bring up number 8, Grace Gilbert.
If you're going to put one on like that, it's great to have it with 2 outs. Still sitting in good shape right now. Change up just a little bit on the inside right there. She'll make an adjustment, get ahead on that.
First pitch, she swings. Sydney has it over to Kimbrell, and that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning. Bombers no hits, 1 hit by pitch, no walks, no errors, no runs. So a good start for the Lady Eagles.
Couldn't ask for a better start. You know, she worked the ball in, worked it out, sawed that girl off pretty much right there. Got in on her hand. Sydney made a good play. Now we just need to come up and hang 3 or 4 runs right here every inning. You know, it struggled a little bit this past weekend. We did some really good things, Corey, and then we had some bad things. We just need to put some good things together here and a good rally, put these people down.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, you know, the Eagles do need a big bounce back from the weekend. Went 1-3 in the Drew Melton tournament. There were some positive things, most definitely, but just couldn't seem to put it all together at the same time, game after game, to get on a winning streak. So
that's correct.
Eagles 1-3 there in the tournament.
But like we talked about while we were down there, Corey, that it was the same results last year that we played, and as soon as we did, we come back strong, and I expect to come out strong tonight when we start conference play. I'm also going to try to – our baseball team is playing Mountain Home a doubleheader. We'll try to keep us up to date on that as well.
They're at home as well, aren't they?
Correct. Mountain Home, I looked up their schedule as far as the record. I think they're sitting about 5-2 right now. Teams that they played has pretty much been up around in the northern part of the state.
Leading off the game for the Lady Eagles, number 10, Callie Erie. Erie swings at the first pitch. It's going to be fouled down the third baseline. And, Kobe, I was looking down and didn't see exactly what she did. Was she running through the box or swinging away?
It looks like she was running a little bit on that one, Corey. I didn't. Is she looking to stand more and swing away, or is she looking? What's her game plan?
Well, you know, her mentality in the box is this right here: leading off the game, got to get on base. You gotta set the table before the table can be cleared off. So basically, that's what she's looking to do here. And you see her go off her at a bunt, misses it. It's going to be a 0-2 count on her. She'll probably stand in and try to swing here with 2 strikes, but I wouldn't be surprised she doesn't try to slap it in that 5-6 hole. There's a big gap out there, anyways. She does run through, slaps it. Shortstop has it diving and unable to make the throw. Erie's going to have the infield base hit.
Majority of the time, if Callie gets the ball on the ground, it's going to be a base hit.
Now batting for the Lady Eagles, number 31, Sydney Johnson. So Sid steps in with Erie on first. Callie's going to be stealing all the way there. She's in there easily with a stolen base. So Sid does show the fake bunt, pulls it back to provide a little protection for Erie taking the base there. And I'd like to see Sid go ahead and drive one in the gap here and let Callie score.
Definitely capable of it. We've seen it multiple times.
Pitch catches the outside corner for a strike. Evens the count up at a ball and a strike on Sydney Johnson. Got Talon Lawrence over there on deck, so 2 capable hitters behind Erie here. She gets on, she should score. And Kobe, the way that she got her lead and no movement there, I think we could fake bunt and take third pretty easily right here.
I believe so as well. I agree. I saw it as well. She's getting a 40-foot lead over there.
Sydney's going to pop it up down the first base line. First baseman calls for it. She has it. Erie goes back to second, so it's going to be out 1. Erie has to go back.
We'll say she'd like to have that one back. She's going the right field with that. She's got under a little bit, pop up. She'll make the adjustment for next at bat.
12, Talon Lawrence. T swings at the first pitch and misses. It's a strike on her, and Erie continues to get that giant lead out there at second base. She's looking for any opportunity to move up another 60 feet and get one step closer to the plate. Looks like the Bombers might be setting up for a pitch out. Indeed, they are. And I wish they would throw behind her because I know where she's going if they do.
Callie's a fantastic base runner. As she reads that ball in the dirt, the first sign is going to be low. She will be sitting on third base. You know the umpires we have tonight?
I recognize both of them. I don't know their names. I should have their paperwork somewhere. Lawrence swings and misses. Big cut at that one. She was swinging for all of it, Kobe, and just missed for strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes. Now we're going to just need something in play, preferably on the ground. Get Erie moved up one more spot so that way if we have a passed ball we can score. Lawrence swings and misses. She's going to be out. 2 outs now. Erie stays at second.
Looks like the pitcher, Corey's doing a great job of working away. We have to make an adjustment as far as on that outside pitch to go with it. Seems like we're just pulling off a little bit on that outside pitch.
She's living out there. Julie
That's a hit.
Pokes that one just over the first baseman's head. Erie's going to come around and score as she was moving on the pitch. Had that big lead out there. Juju with the Texas leaguer, if you will, right over the first baseman's head, and scores Erie.
We'll take it all day long right there. Couldn't have placed it any better, Corey.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 25, Gracie Kimbrell. So the Eagles take the early lead here on the base hit by Johnson. First pitch to Kimbrell's low for ball 1.
Of course, it seems like this pitcher's not overpowering us by any means. She's just keeping around the zone, but she's doing a good job of painting corners, not leaving anything down the middle. That pitch was on the outside corner, foul ball by Gracie Kimbrell right there. Need to go with that pitch next time. We will make adjustments. Once these girls start talking in the dugout about what she's trying to do, we will go with that pitch, start driving that right field line.
Next pitch to Kimbrell's going to be smashed into center field, but it's right at the center fielder, and she has it for the easy out. That's going to be 3 outs. Eagles score 1 run on 2 hits and no errors, and they lead the game 1-0 here going into the top of the second.
You know, Tori come out first inning throwing strikes, defense playing well. We scored a run. Like to have had 2 or 3, but 1 is better than nothing what we've seen. So we need her to throw another 0 up here.
Zeros are good from that aspect. We don't want to see any curvy lines or round numbers, I should say, when we're batting, but we like them when the other team's batting for certain.
Update on the Eagle baseball right now. Eagles are up 2-0 in the second inning. So, like I said, I'll keep you up to date on how the baseball team is doing.
Did you say they're up 3-0?
2-0.
2-0.
2-0. As we're listening to Justin Bieber.
It's Bieber time, baby.
We're believers up here.
We are believers. Number 11, Bella Bavell. So it's going to be number 11, Bella Bavell, leading off the inning for the Bombers, and they're looking to put their second base runner of the game on here in the top of the second inning. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1 on Bavell.
Tori's attacking the zone. There's nothing, you know, she's just coming right at him right here.
Good pitch there. Down in the bottom of the zone, catches enough of it for strike 2. 0-2 count now on Bavell.
Look for something outside right here and see if she can chase it.
Indeed does go out there trying to get Bavell to chase. It misses off the outside corner. A ball and 2 strikes now on the batter, Bella Bavell. That changeup's going to fall short of the plate. Lawrence blocks it. 2-2 count now. Backwards K by Wilbanks, one of my favorite plays to score in the book. I just like drawing backwards Ks, Kobe.
It's always good when you're drawing them for the other team.
That's right. Now batting for the Bombers, number 2, Addison Yates.
She painted the corner inside. Couldn't have been a better pitch right there.
First pitch is going to miss. Had to have been high for ball 1. That is a rather, I mean, that's a tall strike zone, though. I don't.
You got me on that one.
That one gets in there enough that Yates swings and fouls it off into the first base dugout.
Pretty poor effort on the Mountain Home coach's part of trying to stop that ball.
First base coach for Mountain Home, 0 for 1.
0 for 1.
Wilbank sets. Here's the delivery. Swing, and it's going to be a base hit through the right side. Julie Johnson comes up throwing, and the play is close, but the runner is definitely safe. Good heads-up job by Julie Johnson out there and right to come up trying to throw at the batter, or at the runner, rather. Now batting for Mountain Home, number 4, Chassie Whitlow.
It was an outside corner pitch. She went with it. Just a great piece of hitting right there. But we still got 1 out. We're going to have a pinch runner here. Sierra Williams will be running here, pinch runner.
Yates is the catcher, so
Talon has to be on her toes. Most time when you've got a pinch runner, pretty quick, good base runner, so need to block well and see what we can keep from first base.
She looks like she might be a speedy one down there.
That's correct.
Chassie Whitlow, the left fielder, is the batter now for the Lady Bombers. She is number 4. Wilbanks delivers high for ball 1. That pitch catches the inside corner, evens the count up at 1-1. Good little fastball or screwball there by Wilbanks.
You know, Tori looks a lot more comfortable on the mound today than she did down in Benton area.
100%. That one's good. Drop ball on the outside corner. Strike 2 on Whitlow. A ball and 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner on first, and she hasn't even looked like she's going to think about moving up yet. That pitch misses the outside corner, evens it up at 2 apiece. Runner stays at first. Tellen must have flexed on her and scared her.
She must have.
That one's upstairs for ball 3, a full count now. Don't need to lose her. Tori's been all around the zone all night long. I don't mind the throwaway pitches, but we're going to have to bear down and catch enough of the corner to at least get Whitlow to chase here.
Or just put it in play. We've got a fantastic defense right here.
Double play ball up the middle will be grand. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, out number 2. Brings up number 15, Courtney Green for the Bombers. Now batting for the Lady Bombers, number 15, Courtney Green.
It's hard for us to see the speed up here, Corey. It looks like she's throwing hard because they're either late or they're hitting everything the right side.
I would agree. She's going to be bringing it in there. I would guess at least mid to upper 50s right now, which is pretty good for a softball pitcher at the high school level.
Especially this time of the year too.
Oh yeah, the longer we go, the harder they'll throw. First pitch fouled off for strike 1. That one's downstairs for a ball.
The way she's throwing as hard as she's throwing, it looks like the defense at times will make an adjustment to kind of shift to that right side because we've not seen anybody pull anything yet.
No, the best we had was the little slow roller to Erie. That one's hooked to Hinsley. She has it. Over to Kimbrell, out 3, and that's going to end the inning as the Bombers don't score any runs. They do have 1 aboard on a base hit. So currently the Bombers set at 1 hit, Eagles at 2 hits, and we have the only run in the game. So
clean game. Both pitchers throwing strikes. It's what you like to see. It's a fast-paced game. Beautiful day for softball.
So let's see. Leading off for us is going to be Faith Johnson, and then due up behind her is going to be Hinsley, Mackenzie Lloyd, and Linton if we get a runner on.
We're going to.
So then you're saying we're going to roll it over here.
That is correct.
All right, I like it.
Start hitting the ball. This is the time last year we started turning it on as a team, and you can tell today when we come out throwing strikes, bouncing around, putting the ball in play, it's going to be a good night. You know, Corey, as well, I was thinking about this the other day. We faced some good pitchers so far.
Oh, absolutely.
The pitchers that we face, I want to say out of about 5 games, there's been several commits to CBC, some junior college places, and anytime, that no matter what level of college you go to, if you can be a pitcher and go the next level, then you're a fantastic pitcher. And we face several of those. The Benton pitcher, Cabot pitcher, they're hittable, but they're good pitchers.
Leading off the inning for the Lady Eagles, number 20, Faith Johnson. So Faith's going to lead us off. She's running through the box, takes strike 1 on the outside corner.
Corey, for those that like to slap, is that outside pitch, is that pretty hard to adjust to and to hit? Do they really look for something in, or you have to go with that pitch and go the other way with it?
The outside pitch is actually what slappers like to hit, although you see Faith turn on an inside pitch and rip it pretty good there. That's where you start out working, is on the outside pitches when you very first start slapping. You're trying to, the first thing you start is try to hit the 5-6 hole. If you can put it there, or you can make it bounce more than twice, you're going to get on most times. Faith slaps that one down at the first baseman. She picks it up, steps on her first base for out number 1. It's going to bring up Marley Hinsley. Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 14, Marley Hinsley. Hinsley swings at the first pitch. She's going to hit a flare out to right field. That's down for a base hit. Good bit of hitting there by Hinsley to go after the first pitch and put it in play.
Hey, we'll take it. In the books, it looks like a rifle off the wall single.
number 7, Mackenzie Lloyd.
So Mackenzie Lloyd steps into the box, takes a pitch downstairs for ball 1. It actually bounced before it got to the plate. Hansley holds it first.
You know, Mackenzie got a little playing time this weekend in the Benton tournament the first time, but the second base did a fantastic job.
Indeed, she did. Like you said, played second base, did a good job out there for us. Fouls that one off of her back leg for strike 1. Count now 1-1 on Lloyd with 1 out and Hansley on first base. Lloyd sits on that changeup, hits it into left center field gap. It's going to get there almost to the wall. Center fielder picks it up. Hansley holds it second. Lloyd was right on her heels. I mean, nipping on her heels. Hansley must have held up to make sure the ball wasn't caught. Need a little help from the first base coach on that one.
I thought that was a for sure double. I don't really know, what happened right there. It's just a misread or thing going to catch it. But anyway, we've got runners on first and second. Great job of Mackenzie Lloyd right there.
Lady Eagles number 4, Kylie Linton.
What do you see right here with a slapper, Corey, with runners on first?
Well, that's not what I was going to say. But runners on first and second, 1 out, and you got your leadoff batter coming up. I'm drag bunting all day long. If she can get it 10 or 15 foot up the line, the runners are going to move over easily, and they're not going to get her out. Even if they do make a play, the only play they're going to have is on her if they drag bunt. So that would be my call in this situation.
Third baseman's playing pretty deep, too.
Well, and, the push might not be bad either. Linton's going to pop it up instead to the shortstop. Infield fly rule is called. She's out for out number 2, brings up Callie Erie.
Up next for Vilonia, number 10, Callie Erie.
What's Callie looking for right here in this situation?
Base hit, to overstate the obvious. And by that I meant she's gonna stand in there and swing. I think she's gonna be looking for the gapper, try to definitely score Hansley, and if Lloyd's gonna run as fast as she did on her hit, maybe even score her from first. If we can get it in the gap to the wall, Lloyd's gonna score easy. Erie will end up at third on a situation like that. She does have her big bat out. So second, that's going to be a called strike in at the knees on the inside corner of the plate. That's why they give you 3. You don't have to swing at one you don't like early in the count, but now you got to be in protect mode. And Kobe, it looks like the pitcher's trying to work her on the inside. Now the catcher slides out. Erie takes that one down in the dirt for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes, but seemed like her previous at bat they threw her in and then went away, and then this bat, first 2 pitches were in and then went away.
The pitcher, she's not changing speed, she's just changing location.
We should be able to time it up, really square it up here before too long. Erie stands in there and takes it off the hip for hit by pitch. She goes down to first. It's going to bring up Sydney Johnson now with the bases loaded. Come on, Sid, hit it out the park.
You've got a senior at bat right here, Arkansas Tech commit. Fantastic hitter. She's looking for something fat to hit hard.
I'm looking for a reason to play You Dropped a Bomb on Me, baby. That's what I'm looking for.
Have you got it ready?
I'm fixing to.
All right. She can do it. You're going back away.
There it is. A base hit up the middle. That's going to score Hansley. Lloyd comes around. Erie's wheeling around. Erie's going to stop at third. They're going to throw it Sid at second. She's safe. Good bit of hitting there by Sydney Johnson. 2-run score, and Erie ends up at third. Good job, Sid. Base hit up the middle. I wanted to play Dropped a Bomb on Me, but I'll take the base hit for 2 runs, too.
We will take that. That's what you expect out of a senior right there. Steps up to the plate, bases loaded, 2 outs, drives one back up the middle, 2 runs scored. Great job.
So hitting looks like it's kind of contagious. Right fielder does drift underneath that one and has it for out 3. So that's going to do it for the inning for the Eagles. They score a couple on a couple of hits. I'll have to check everything momentarily once I get all this other stuff going.
But it was a great job right there. Put the ball in play, hit the ball hard, scored 2 more runs right there, which you always see. And then we need Torrey to come back right here, fill the zone up, let the defense work, because we're doing a great job there, and get back in there and hit some more.
So the Eagles pick up 2 more runs on 4 hits. It is because we had 2 hits in the first inning. So
correct.
Pick up 2 runs on 3 base hits. No errors by the Bombers. So Eagles are doing it for themselves, putting the ball in play. Timely hitting by the senior second baseman Sydney Johnson, with runners all over the place. Erie got the hit by pitch there, but it all started off with Marley with the little base hit flare out into right field. So.
It is, but, you know, out of that inning right there, Corey, something that sticks out in my mind is you've got Callie Erie, which is a senior. She's got 2 strikes. The ball is coming right at her. She had every opportunity to get out of the way, but she stood there and took it knowing that you need base runners. You know, that's a sign of a good ball player, a leader, a senior, and what that done is set the table for the next batter to come up and drive one. So that's little things like that that make a good team and a good game, and that's what we got going.
Leading off the inning for the Bombers, number 5, Emily Payne. It's way weird when I talk on that because I can't hear myself at all.
Strike 1 on the inside corner by Tori Wilbanks. Way to get ahead right there, Tori. She's doing a fantastic job of getting ahead early right here.
Next pitch downstairs for ball 1. Not a bad pitch. If the batter swings and makes contact with it, it's going to be a hopper at worst. Easily fielded. Should be an easy out, too. So good miss by Wilbanks. That one catches the inside corner. A ball and 2 strikes on Payne.
You know, you'd love to see Tori I'd like to see her throw 7 tonight. We don't play again until Friday night. Be a good rest, but she needs this, and she's doing a great job tonight.
That one's fouled over the first base dugout into one of the practice nets over there by the building.
One thing in this game is, as well, Corey, is we're not hurting ourselves. Several games in the past we've had errors, base running blunders, bad at bats, but we're not hurting ourselves. We're playing good ball today.
Wilbanks pitches, fouled back over the backstop. Payne is hanging tough in there.
Wouldn't be surprised if she tried that changeup right here. She's threw it a couple times, a little bit low. She'll just make a mental adjustment, or a lot of times your catcher will give you a little bit of higher target and work with them right here. I think she'd swing out of her shoes.
Indeed does come with the changeup. She's having a little bit of trouble gripping it right now, and that ball just almost hits Payne in the back foot. Luckily does not. So 2 balls, 2 strikes on Payne, and look for Wilbanks to probably work to the outside half of the plate here on the next pitch. Indeed she does, but it misses upstairs. Full count now. Don't lose her, Tori. Come back here and throw something in the zone. Let's throw a ground ball here. Inside corner, called, 3rd strike. Ye old backwards K, my friend.
Another one that you like for the opposite team. Great pitch right there. Seems like she's really painting the corner on the inside. She's missing a bit on the outside, but the umpire's definitely giving that inside corner right there.
Ball 1 is low.
Her strength right now is on the inside corner. I'd like to see Talon, step in there and to set up and on that inside corner.
Looks like that one's going to miss up for ball 2. I think it's the first batter that we've had a 2-0 count on, as Tori has been all over the strike zone, or all around the corners of the strike zone all night long. That one's going to be popped up to the second baseman, Cindy Johnson. She has it.
That right there was that
number 2.
Didn't mean to interrupt. That's that inside corner. When she throws it inside corner, she's sawing people off. She's throwing hard. They don't have the opportunity or the bat speed right now to get around on that.
Now, Husky is related to one of the Vilonia basketball players, is she not?
She is a first cousin to Laney Mears.
Laney Mears.
They actually played against each other, which was pretty comical. They guarded each other during basketball.
I remember hearing. I watched it in Vilonia. I remember hearing the stories from when they played up there at Mountain Home. Inside corner strike for Wilbank, so ball and a strike on Husky. Backwards K, remember?
That's right.
That one's just what you're talking about, Kobe. Brings the screwball inside on the hands of Husky. She thought the pitch was going out, swings like it's out, sawed the bat off in her hands for a foul ball, a ball and 2 strikes on Husky. And let's set her down here, Tori, and play some music. How about? It's going to hit her with the pitch. And again, that's the changeup, and Tori's just not – she doesn't look comfortable throwing the pitch, Kobe. It's almost like the grip is not working because every one of them is running in on the batter and going down and hitting them in the leg or the foot.
You know, a lot of times
Batting number 28, Maylee Tabor.
A lot of times when you're doing that, she's missing consistently. So what you have to do is, after this pitch, what you have to do with a called strike on the outside corner is the catcher has to adjust as well. They need to set up on the outside corner and high because everything is inside and low. So it's a mental adjustment. They got to work together and get it straightened out.
That pitch is smashed, and it's going to burn the right fielder, Johnson. Huskies at third, rounding third, coming home. Batter's going to go to third. That's Tabor. So 1 run scores on the triple over Johnson's head out in right field. Eagles lead by a score of 3-1, but the Bombers are on the board. Grace Gilbert is the batter. I just figured it out by looking at the on-deck batter. She swings at the first pitch for a strike. And, Kobe, I think that pitch just caught a little bit too much of the plate, and Tabor was sitting there on it waiting on something to catch the heart and really drove it into right field.
Good piece of hitting by her part right there. Is a little bit on the outside. She went with it. You know, the wind's blowing in that direction. There's good job of the outfielder getting in quick, but it was just a good hit.
Ground ball to Erie. Off her glove. That's going to be an error on Erie. Score the run. Mountain Home with 2 on the board now. And Erie kind of played that one nonchalantly, Kobe. You'd like to see her just charge through it and go make the play, but kind of nonchalantly it gets in on her, bounces off the heel of her glove, allows the run to score, and the batter on base. It brings up number 11, Bella Bavell. First pitch, ball, high.
You know, that's true. She could have, took a little bit better angle right there and come toward it. But she's a great shortstop, and and everybody makes errors. She's going to have more in the future. That's just part of the game, but she's going to bounce back and make a play right here.
Foul ball off the building for strike number 1 to Bavell. 1-1 count on her.
She makes that play 9 times out of 10. She's going to bounce back on this one right here.
I don't know where that one missed, Kobe, but it was a ball nonetheless. 2 balls and a strike on Bavell.
You know, he's more lenient on the inside corner, Corey. The outside is kind of questionable. That right there.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, that's exactly what you're talking about. That ball was as far off the inside corner as the previous one was off the outside corner, but you get the strike in but not out. So,
and a lot of times if you look how the umpire sets up on the inside, so he can see that pitch. There it is.
It's not going to be in time. So Erie makes a great play on a hard hit ball up the middle, and it really probably should have went to first, but in the moment there she doesn't realize that. She's just trying to get the lead out. Throw's not in time, so she's scored a fielder's choice by the batter Bavell, and Mountain Home with 2 runners on here, and Addison Yates at the plate. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
What that does, what Callie did though, if that ball goes in the outfield, you've got a runner on third.
Mm-hmm.
She made an excellent play of keeping the infield, diving play, and she did good.
Foul ball by Yates over the backstop. 2 strikes on her and no balls, and this is a good time to not waste any time. Go ahead and set this batter down and get in there and score some runs before the Bombers can do any more damage. That one misses inside, almost hits the batter. A ball and 2 strikes now.
I would think she comes back in with this right here.
Probably so.
She feels comfortable inside. Ump's calling it. Great
Swing and a
pitch.
miss, strike 3, out 3. We have some kind of illegal pitch. Sorry, I thought I was talking into the mic. It looks like it's going to be an illegal pitch on Wilbanks called by the field umpire. So we thought the inning was over, but instead it's going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes now on Yates, and both runners get a base. And I have to assume that they thought she crow hopped or replanted or whatever. But either way, what was the end of an inning is now runners closer to the plate, and Yates back up. Fouls this one off of her foot down the first baseline.
I wasn't looking, but I didn't see anything. It looked exactly the same as every other pitch, but apparently he saw something. It was terrible timing on his part.
I know Torrey called for a couple of illegal pitches this weekend, but I didn't really see anything on that either. Hinsley has the ground ball over to Kimbrell. Kimbrell steps back on the bag, and that's going to be out 3 and in the inning, thankfully, before the Bombers can score any more runs.
Now's a situation where they come back, they scored 2 runs, they got a little bit of momentum, Corey. The pitcher that we're facing tonight is doing a good job. She's not overpowering. She's not throwing any change-ups. You don't have to be looking for that. The only thing you got to look for right now is inside-outside. So the timing should be the same. It's just, should I hit the ball to left field or drive it in the right field? So we need to make adjustments right here. You know, as hitters, we've got some upperclassmen, and see what we can do.
I'm going to shake it off. That's what I'm going to do.
You've got to with Taylor Swift. You got to shake that inning off.
Shake it off. Shake it off. Let's see who we got up. Juju up to bat. So Julie Johnson's going to lead it off for the Eagles, followed by Kimbrell and Faith Johnson. Hinsley will plate if anyone gets on.
Corey, I got a question for you.
All right.
The way this umpire is setting up, is it taught for them to set up on the left shoulder of the catcher? You know, this umpire here is setting up right on the left shoulder of the catcher. He has not missed an inside pitch yet. But it seems like when you're looking across, some of the umpires on the outside corner, sometimes you get a call, sometimes you don't. Is that the way they're taught?
You know, I think that's kind of the new school way of teaching, especially softball umpires. Most of your pitchers are right-handed, so most of the breaks are going to be coming from that side. And typically what you'll see is a lot of umpires will actually be more lenient on the outside corner than this particular umpire is, just because of the way that they set up.
What is the reasoning as far as not to set up directly behind the catcher where you can see both sides of the plate?
Let me announce Julie, and then I'll give you a little bit of that.
Sure.
Leading off the inning for the Lady Eagles, number 32, Julie Johnson.
So first pitch is a ball off the inside corner to Juju. Kobe, I'm not 100% sure because I'm not actually a softball umpire. I do know a couple, and I did sleep at a Holiday. No, I'm kidding on that. But I don't know for sure. That's just what they're teaching them, and there's some reason they don't want them setting up straight away anymore, and I really don't know what the reasoning is behind that. You see ball 2 to Johnson, misses off the outside corner. We're thinking, you know, old school baseball. You got right in there behind the catcher and basically squared your chin up on the top of his head, and you could see the whole plate.
Exactly.
Foul ball off Johnson's bat, goes down the third base line. Coach Sullivan doesn't even have a chance to make a play on it, so we won't score him yet. 2 balls, 1 strike on Juju. Swings at a changeup, and it's luckily foul as it hits the first baseman's glove and squirts back in, but Not a pitch you really want to be swinging at with less than 2 strikes, especially if you're not sitting on that pitch.
That ball had some spin to it as well, a little bit more, and it's fixing to spin back in, Corey.
Julie swings and hits that one. It's caught a handle of her bat out to the second baseman over to first. She's going to be out for out number 1. It's going to bring up Gracie Kimbrell, the first baseman.
Now batting for your Lady Eagles, number 25, Gracie Kimbrell.
Kimbrell swings at the first pitch, hits a rod over the third base dugout. Foul ball, strike 1.
As a hitter, you have to believe they're fixing to go away from you. When you do that, kill it that hard, you think they're going to go away, and it looks like that's what they're going to do.
Kimbrell swings around that one, hooks it foul down the third baseline. And Kobe, you called it, but as a hitter, you got to be sitting on that and drive it away. Hit it to right field for power.
That's a lot of grass out there in that outfield right now.
Especially with the center fielder shaded over towards left. Apparently she doesn't see what the pitch calls are, or she would be sliding over towards at least towards the V.
It looks like she's staring directly at the sun in center field.
Ball and 2 strikes on Kimbrell. That one's way outside for ball 2. Pitch is in the dirt for ball 3. So we've gone from 0-2 to a full count here. Kimbrell's looking for anything in the zone to put the bat on. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Kind of looked like a changeup, Kobe.
It did. It looked like she was a little bit fooled, but, you know, a 3-2 changeup, that's kind of a gutsy call right there, but it worked out for him right there.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 20, Faith Johnson.
So Faith Johnson digs in, looking for her first base hit of the game. Popped it up her last at bat. Stands in there and swings away off the second baseman's glove. Second baseman picks it up over to the first baseman in time for out number 3.
Well, as we're taking this next inning right here, you really wanted to get a run. That was a really quick inning for us. Seems like that Mountain Home has the momentum. We need to come out and throw strikes, play some good defense, get back up there and put some good swings on the ball. Looks like Tori's going to be still on the mound, still doing a great job. Defense going to stay the same. This game's going by pretty fast.
And Kobe, honestly, I'm surprised to see Tori come back out to the mound for this inning. Kind of struggled with control of the changeup the whole game. That's understandable. It's a hard pitch to throw with the different grip that you have on it as a softball pitcher. But a couple of hard hit balls last inning. I thought maybe we'd go a different route, just change up the speed a little bit or the delivery, if nothing else.
But you got to look too. She's throwing strikes. You know, a lot of times she's been over the zone a few times, but she's throwing around the plate. I agree with you, but it's hard to pull one out when they're hitting corners like that. So I really think she's going to have a good inning right here. But you would like to see that changeup. She can make an adjustment for it.
100%.
Throw that for a strike.
Leading off the inning for the Bombers, number 4, Chassie Whitlow.
Screwed up my first batter's name, called Chassie Cassie. She probably doesn't like me as a friend anymore. First pitch strike to her on the inside corner.
She may remove you on Facebook, friend.
I probably just got, do you think I got unfriended or blocked altogether?
Defriended.
Defriended. That one's going to miss downstairs for a ball. 1-1 count on Whitlow. Low and inside, ball 2. Same thing there for ball 3, a 3-1 count on Whitlow. And Kobe, you need to clear your outs there, I believe. Swing and a miss for strike 2, full count. Sorry about that, buddy. Got you all mixed up there on the count.
You can dock my pay on this one right here.
All right.
Big pitch right here, Corey.
Ooh, that's one that I feel like we've been getting most of the game. It's called a ball here, and it's the free pass for Whitlow.
Up next for Mountain Home, number 15, Courtney Green.
So it's going to bring up Courtney Green to the plate. She is the right fielder for the Bombers. Shows bunt, puts it down foul as Hinsley picks the ball up for strike 1. Bombers wanting to get that tying run over into scoring position quickly here with no outs, and I can't say that I blame them, honestly.
You know, you can look at this game. It's not going to be a high-scoring game. So every run that you can get right here is going to mean something, and you can tell they're playing a little small ball. Hope Marley gets a good read on this.
Takes that pitch for ball 1. Evens the count up at 1 apiece. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go ahead and bunt here, maybe trying to play a game of chess. Get the Eagle defense sleeping. Instead, Green swings and fouls it straight back.
A lot of times when you see a foul ball straight back, Corey, they're on it. And so you'd love right here to be able to see her to make an adjust right here. If you throw that changeup for a strike, she swings twice before it gets there.
Screwball this time, misses inside. Full count on Green. Okay, so I was thinking it was 2-2. He signaled full count. Pop up over the backstop. So the count is still 2-2. Umpire still signaling 3-2 down on the field. Everybody in the booth has it as 2-2, so that's going to be another foul ball. Oh, the Mountain Home coach on third base line now is 0 for 1. That was pretty poor effort, Kobe. You didn't catch it, but it was about as poor as their first base coach had on the one he had over there.
It's very disappointing. You got to set the example, Corey.
It's true. It's true. You can't expect anybody to get in front of one between the lines if you don't do it outside the lines. So that one, he says, is ball 4. We only had it as ball 3 upstairs. So I'm not sure what's our play here, girls. Are we y'all supposed to tell him, or somebody have to run down there and tell him? I don't think it's going to matter. Both umpires have already cleared their counters, and the runners are on, and Coach Sullivan has not caught it, so we're gonna play on. It's going to bring up number 5, Emily Payne, for the Bombers. Coach Morris is out to talk to Will Banks. Maybe talk a little bit of strategery. Strategery is definitely a word. It was on Saturday Night Live.
Batting for the Bombers, number 5, Emily Payne.
So that was strategery was famous in one of the George Bush skits. Talon barely misses the pop-up bunt. I think she takes a header into the pads this time at least.
Unlike Benton, we do have pads.
Correct. So, yeah, back in the day when George Bush was president, the second George Bush, they did a skit about him on Saturday Night Live, and he used the word strategery. 0-1, Payne shows bunt. I think she offered at it. We might need to check with the field umpire. Not going to check. Okay, 1 ball, 1 strike now. Actually, we
Yeah,
are
let's
going to
check
check.
I think she made an attempt at it before the ball, even if it hit her.
But, okay, they're going to say the ball hit her, but I think she offered at it. So Coach Sullivan out to discuss. And I agree with him wholeheartedly. She definitely offered at the pitch. She might have pulled back when she knew it was going to hit her, but I think it was too late at that point. So the reason that that's important, if you offer at a pitch or swing at a pitch, it doesn't matter if it hits you square between the eyes. It's a strike if you swing or offer a bunt at it. But Coach Sullivan does not win the discussion. Brings up the leadoff batter, Sydney Zimmer. Bases juiced, no outs. First pitch, ball gets away from Lawrence. Score that a passed ball. Luckily, the runners hold.
Infield with a play, bit to plate right here, Corey, you think?
100%. I know. See Callie up. Sydney's up a little bit, but she's going to be creeping in on the pitch. That one's straight down the pipe for a strike. 1-1 count on Zimmer. The big thing here is we don't want to let any little dribbler squirt by us and allow 2 runs here where it would only be 1. So infielders on your toes. Swing and a miss for strike 2. That's a great pitch by Wilbanks to come back and throw that curveball off the outside corner of the plate and get Zimmer to chase it.
Need a strikeout right here, Corey.
It's going to be a ground ball at Johnson. She bobbles it over to first, has the out there, but not before a run scores and ties up the ball game. 3-3 now.
Now batting for the Bombers, number 10, Peyton Husky.
So good job by Sydney to go ahead and knock that ball down, get an out. Bombers do score. It's going to be a chopper to Sid. Another run's going to score. That she's going to gather it up in time and get the out at first. 2 outs, but the Bombers take the lead on the little infield ground ball there.
Good job by the Bombers right there of putting the ball on the right side. Good piece of hitting for them. Playing a small ball. The ball's not even made it in the outfield this inning, but still yet they've scored 2 runs. So we've got to step up right here, get this out before another run scores.
So Tabor is going to be intentionally walked. It's going to bring up number 8, Grace Gilbert.
Up next for Mountain Home, number 8, Grace Gilbert.
So I believe Tabor was the one who hit the shot to right field earlier in the game. So Coach Sullivan and Coach Morris choosing to put her on rather than give her a chance to score another run. And that ball's going to hop over Kimbrell's head. Johnson has it, makes the throw to third, but Bombers score another run on the base hit by Gilbert. Batter's going to be number 11, Bella Bavell.
Now batting for Mountain Home, number 11, Bella Bavell.
So Bavell bats with runners on first and second. 2 outs. Bombers lead by a score of 5-3 now.
Seems like he's not as gracious on the inside corner as he was earlier in the game, Corey.
No. Foul ball out of play down the right field line. Evens it up at a ball and a strike on Bavell. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right or not.
I think you're both right.
Yeah. That is a pitch. We were getting for a strike earlier in the game, so the strike zone has changed. It would appear, and Tori is trying to figure out exactly where it is now. Right down the middle, there's no doubt that one's a strike. 2-2 count on Bavell. Swing and a base hit to right field off Julie Johnson's glove. 1 run's going to score. Gilbert goes to third, and Bevel is at second now. So Bombers up by a score of 6-3. Score that actually a base hit and an error out there in right field. So Coach Sullivan goes out. He's going to relieve Tori of her duties for game number 1, or at least for the time being in game number 1. It brings out number 33, Paige Kelly, to the mound for her first action here tonight.
Corey, shows the game of softball how fast it is. You know, we were sitting pretty good, you know, ahead here. That's just how it goes. They put some swings together, and if you will look, every ball that they hit, they were late, but they hit the ball to right field, and they made an adjustment with solid contact. I expect us, when we come back here in a few minutes to bat, that we're going to start squaring the ball up as well and hitting it to right field.
I certainly hope that is the case. Who's due up for us when we come up? You guys know? It's going to be Hansley Lloyd Linton. So that sounds like 3 base runners to me. And then Erie and Johnson and Lawrence to clean them off. So that should be close to Paige's last warm-up pitch, and indeed it is. Umpire's going to clean off the plate. Batting is going to be number 2, Addison Yates.
What you're looking for here, Corey, is Paige is coming in with the runners on second, third. You got 2 outs. You're looking to, you know, put in play, let defense make a play right here. Get out of this, get back up, score some runs, and get back in this game.
I wouldn't mind seeing a first pitch pop-up, to be honest with you.
I would too.
Looked like a changeup almost
Looked like
for
a
the
first
pitch.
First pitch changeup. That was blocked very well by Talon.
Ball 1 on Yates. Curveball's going to catch the outside corner. Evens it up at 1 apiece. That one's going to miss off the outside portion of the plate. 2 balls and a strike.
Looks like we're working away right here.
The ball is hit well into the right center field gap. It's going to get to the wall. 1 run scores, 2 run scores, and Yates is going to be standing up at second with a stand-up double, I should say. Eagles trail by a score of 8-3 now in the top of the 4th.
Was that a changeup, Corey?
It was a curveball. It actually broke. It started out inside, and it actually broke right over the heart of the plate. I mean, it broke right into the sweet spot of the bat. So I'm actually what I'm going to speculate the call was an inside fastball. And, you know, in fast pitch, sometimes those fastballs just get enough topspin on them that they cut, almost like a slider, and it just kind of slid right over the heart of the plate there. Called strike on the first pitch from Kelly to Whitlow.
Ball was low right there, making it a 1-1 with 2 outs. Need a big out right here. Still got a little buzzing up here, don't we, Corey?
Yeah, I think that's strictly in our ear. We've had that before on the football broadcast, and nobody will be able to hear it at home. Called strike there. Evens the count up at 2 apiece for Kelly on the batter Whitlow. Swing and a miss, strike 3. We are finally out of the inning. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus.
We needed that one right there. This goes back to we're going to the bottom of the 4th quarter. We're down by 5. We don't have to have 5 right here, but what we would like to have is 2 or 3. Get her confidence back, get some good swings in. And like I said before, this pitcher has done a good job, but she's very hittable. She's not blowing it by. She's working in and out. But as hitters, we've got to adjust. We've got to take what she's given us, and we can. It's just if we will.
100%. She's not an overpowering pitcher, doesn't have just a tremendous amount of movement, just a good little inside-outside pitcher. And just like you said, it's not anything that we can't time and center up. We're just going to have to get the mentality that when we step in the box, we're going to get a base hit, we're going to move runners around and push them across the plate.
And as far as taking a step further, just hit the ball hard. You know, if you hit the ball hard, good things is going to happen.
As old Mr. Chris Lee used to say, just uncork on one. Just swing out your shoes and uncork on one.
Uncork it. Heber Spring Special.
Leading off the inning for your Lady Eagles, number 14, Marley Hinesley.
So Hinesley to lead it off for the Eagles. Takes the first pitch down and in for ball one. And, Kobe, this actually could end up being a like a slow-pitch softball score at the rate we're going.
It could. You know, each batter here needs to have one goal, Corey, and just get on base. Just get on. That ball was low right there, so now she's got got 2 balls. No strike, she's ahead, but every batter just get on base and good things will happen.
As your old buddy who might be missing a finger or 2.5 would say, pass the stick.
That ball's
high pop
carry.
Up, and it does, nearly out to the fence. 2 hops to the fence, picked up there. Hinesley's going to be standing up at second for a double, and what looked like a sure pop-up out, just the wind got a hold of it, carried it out all the way almost to the fence. Base hit for Hinesley.
Well, if you will look at the flag right now, it is blowing from left to right. Pretty good gust right now, and that ball carried tremendously.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 7, Mackenzie Lloyd.
So a little bit of life in the crowd now after the leadoff base hit by Hinesley. You can hear a little bit of cheering down in the dugout, so we need to really get behind these batters and get them fired up. Need to see a string of base hits in a row here. First pitch, ball low to Lloyd. That one, she chases off the outside corner, gets enough of it to foul it off. A ball and a strike now to McKenzie. That one almost hits her in the kneecap. Ball 2. Ain't nothing like a good old kneecapper.
As long as it's not you.
Yeah. Chases another one outside. The ball squirts away from the first baseman. It's going to be a foot race. She's going to be called out. First baseman just barely gets there before she does, but not before Hinesley can move over to third.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 4, Kylie Linton.
So Linton digs in to bat with Hinesley on third. We've got to score her at a bare minimum, but I'm needing 2 or 3 here in this inning to cut that lead in half. Linton's going to slap the first one, and it has backspin on it, and the catcher almost made it, you wouldn't scored an error, but almost made an error there by touching the ball. Luckily for the Bombers, she does not, and it is foul. Good thought by Linton, though, to try to go with the soft slap, as nobody really broke. Neither corner broke nor the pitcher. The catcher was the only one that was going to have a shot at it. So Linton holds on the inside pitch. A ball and a strike now on her.
You know, you got to feel like if Kylie just puts the ball on the ground, she's on first base. She was extremely fast.
They're going to say she is out of the batter's box, hit by the ball, and rule her out. So brings up Callie Erie to bat with 2 outs and a runner on third.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 10, Callie Erie.
Come on, Callie. Hit it off the flagpole. And she slaps it to the second baseman. It's going to be a close play, and she is safe. Hinesley scores. Infield base hit for Erie.
Great job of the senior coming up there, put the ball on the ground, beat it out. She beats that out 9 times out of 10. Great job, Callie.
So there's the first one back of the many that we need to get back here.
Now batting for Vilonia, number 31, Sydney Johnson.
Sid with the timely base hit last inning up the middle to score a couple of runs. Hopefully she can come through again here, as Erie was off to the races on the first pitch. And it may have actually even been the hit and run on.
It could be, but you can guarantee Callie will be on second this next pitch.
Swing and a miss. Erie does go. They're not going to throw at her because they knew they couldn't get her. Another stolen base for her. 0-2 count on Johnson, but she has been known to do some of her best work with 2 strikes.
Seasoned hitter right here. Should be looking away, drive something in the right field gap.
I want her to hit it to BB. Erie with the delay steal. Good heads-up base run in there. She took a big lead on the outside pitch, and Mountain Home fell asleep there, and on the throwback to the pitcher, Erie just takes third on them.
Great base running. Some of those things there, Corey, just can't be taught. It's just an instinct that she has, and did a great job.
So 3 stolen bases for her here in game 1, and she is 60 foot closer to the plate. Come on, Sid, put it in the grass. Swing and a hard foul ball down the line. Sullivan, you're going to need to lay out and get that white coat a little bit dirty.
Never
it's okay.
moved. Never moved.
So Johnson swinging hard at the inside pitch with 2 strikes. You like the aggressiveness out of the senior.
You do. Can't go down looking here.
Another foul ball, and Sullivan's 1 for 3 now.
Yeah.
Is it 1 for 2 or 1 for 3?
I believe it's 1 for 3, but he hurt us. He had to have hurt us. He had good effort, good form. He's getting there.
He's working on his game. Johnson swing and a miss, strike 3. It was a good pitch by the pitcher, a little curve drop on the outside corner. She barely swings over the top of it, and that's going to do it for the Eagles. They do get 1 back, and score now 8-4. And just like you said, Kobe, you don't got to get them all back at one time, but you got to get at least 1 every inning. Paige Kelly comes back out to the mound, looking for her to settle in and throw some ground balls and some pop-ups, and let's throw another round number up there on the board for the Bombers.
Quicker you throw strikes, get ahead, get back in there. You got to feel like we're going to score some runs, Corey.
Leading off the inning for the Bombers, number 15, Courtney Green.
So Courtney Green leads it off for the Mountain Home Lady Bombers in the top of the 5th, and I am aboard the struggle bus when it comes to updating the inning here.
First pitch ball low from Paige Kelly. 1 ball, no strikes.
Good play by Erie, and she hurdles Sydney Johnson in the act of the play as well. I
hope nobody's hurt right
Sid's
here.
okay. Did she get kicked by a cleat or no? I'm going to say no. Good effort by both of the middle infielders. Erie coming up with the catch. Sydney, I think, just trying to get the heck out of the way, and thankfully Callie was nimble enough to hurdle her, and they didn't just end up in a pile on the ground.
By looking at where she landed, Callie went probably 30 yards right there, Corey. Great play, good jump, good instincts, quick. Nice play.
I heard she runs like a 1.230. That's going to be a high pop-up. Erie's calling it. Johnson comes in, but Erie has it for out number 2.
It's the Erie show.
She's a ball hog.
It's the ball hog Erie show right now. But you're coming in right now. You got 2 quick outs. You want to finish this right here. Paige needs to bear down, put the ball in play, let your defense work, get back in and score some runs.
First pitch, a ball to the batter, Sydney Zimmer. That one's going to miss inside and low for ball 2. That one's going to hit the batter in the leg. Free pass for Zimmer brings up Peyton Husky.
If anything right there, you hate to hit a batter and put one on, but you've got 2 outs. And so we just need a ground ball right here, fill the zone up, get out here and go score some runs.
That one is ball 1 low.
Like a change up in the dirt right there. Paige needs to make an adjustment on that pitch.
Oh, okay. Wow. I was going to say, if he don't call that a strike, I'm going to have to go down there. But he does indeed. It's a ball and a strike now to the batter. Strike 2, outside corner. Great couple of pitches there by Paige. Comes inside, works the ball outside. I'd say let's go another ball out and see if we can get her to chase here.
Need to finish it right here.
Throw not in time to get the runner, Zimmer, who's still second base. That was a pretty good pitch. It couldn't have missed by much.
Seemed like he's kind of tightened up on the inside corner, Corey. Need a big pitch right here from Paige.
Foul ball. Zimmer almost did swing out of her shoe there. I think more out of self-defense than anything.
It was. It got on her pretty quick right there.
Foul ball. Oh, 1 for 4 now, Sullivan.
1 for 4. Good effort. He just got to play through that.
That was a little bit of yips there.
A little case of the yips. By seeing that right there, Corey, she's fouled off 2 to the right side. As an infield, you got to be ready for that.
Good pitch, right back at OPK. Shovels it over to Kimbrell. That's out 3. Inning ends. And that is indeed a round number up on the scoreboard for the Bombers.
Needed that. Paige come in right there. Got 2 quick outs. Looks like she tried a screwball on the inside. It got inside, hit the batter. But still yet came back, got the ground ball. Now we've got to come back. We're now sitting in the bottom of the 5th. So our at-bats are starting to dwindle down a little bit. We've got to take advantage of them now.
Yeah, 3 more chances for the Eagles. I think we need to be looking to get definitely a bare minimum of 1. I'd like to get 2 back here, cut the lead straight in half, and then see if you can. We're in the 5th inning. We are at the 4th batter, so we're definitely going to roll our lineup over again before the game ends. I'd like to do it sooner rather than later, though.
I'm going to be selfish right here, Corey. I'd like to see us grab about 10.
10 ain't going to make me angry at all.
We need it right here. Talon Lawrence, the senior, going to start us off.
Leading off the inning for your Lady Eagles, number 12, Talon Lawrence.
So T to lead us off in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch, a ball low to Talon.
He's consistent both sides, though. When he tightened that inside corner up, he did it for both teams. As pitchers, you have to adjust.
Swing and a rope by Lawrence, left fielder. Makes a great shoestring catch. Man, Talon hit that ball hard. I thought it was going to get down. If it did, it was definitely going to be extra bases.
That's breaks of the game right there. Hit a ball hard. Left fielder made a great play.
Juju swings at the first pitch. Base hit right through the 5-6 hole, and she's going to be at first with 1 out, and Gracie Kimbrell up to bat.
Update from the baseball, Corey. The Eagles lead 8-0. Josh Abbott with a 2-run home run, so they're sitting in pretty good shape right now.
Next batter for Vilonia is number 25, Gracie Kimbrell.
So Kimbrell bats with a runner on first. Swing at the first pitch and a pop-up. Shortstop drifting back. Wind moves it over, but she drifts with it and has the catch for out 2. That brings up Faith Johnson.
Up next for the Lady Eagles, number 20, Faith Johnson.
So Faith bats with 2 outs and Julie Johnson on first. First pitch, ball outside to her.
Corey would love to see a gapper between right and center right here. The wind's playing. You got a stout hitter up here. I'd like to see this pitcher make a mistake. There it is.
Good pitch. Looks like it's going to burn the center fielder. It's out of here.
Ball's gone.
Home run by Faith Johnson. See ya later. And I was not ready with dropped a bomb on me. I'm kind of disappointed in myself.
I am disappointed in you as well.
Now batting for your Lady Eagles, number 14, Marley Hinsley.
So after the dinger by Johnson, just like we said, cut the score in half for certain. Hinsley's going to bat. The Bombers want a timeout, and I just so happen to have a song for them. Should I? Nope, they're going to change pitchers. I'm not going to do it. If they weren't changing pitchers, I would do it.
You know, you look back at that Faith Johnson at bat. You've got a senior. You've got the strong left-hander. You got the wind blowing out. You know, everything was setting up right for her. She hit the ball hard. Got it up in the air. Man, we're playing at a 220. Could you imagine how far that thing would have went if we were still playing in Benton?
Oh, yeah. No doubt. Or like the other night when we were playing at UCA with 50-mile-an-hour gale force winds.
Gale force is the key word there.
It would have still been – it might have went in orbit. Pitcher's going to be number 24, Kaylee Crownover. A lefty. So a little different delivery for the Eagles batters. Shenanigans in the press box going on to over my right shoulder. So sometimes I wish I had a camera that would show in here.
You know, right now, by watching this lefty, pitch, one thing that Coach Sullivan does a great job, has all the hitters come out and time it. They've all got a bat. They're all watching. And I hope they take advantage of that so when they step up there, they're not fooled. They know what she's doing.
So Hinsley digs in. First batter to face Crownover. Interesting delivery. First pitch is going to be high for ball 1. Hinsley takes ball 2 upstairs. 2-0 count to Marley. And at this point, I'd be taking right here too, Kobe.
I would make her, she's coming to the game. She's cold. She only threw 5 warm-up pitches. Make her throw you a strike.
Swings and a line drive. Center fielder drifting back, and she's got it. That ends the inning. Eagles do get a couple of runs back off the Faith Johnson home run. And it just so happens I'm going to play Drop the Bomb on Me Now, if I can find it.
Spin it, DJ Corey.
Well, I got to find it first. Whoop, there it is. I remember that off Miley Cyrus. Yeah, Hannah Montana. I've seen. I've seen every episode of Hannah Montana. So funky, so fresh. I only wish you at home could hear what me and Kobe could hear right now. Alan Wade, this one's for you. I know you're a big fan of the Gap Band. Oh, PYT is going to happen. It just might be second game.
Leading off the inning for the Bombers, number 28, Maylee Tabor.
Ground ball to Erie, over to Kimbrell for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's the way we like it. Yeah.
Hey, Corey, she come out right there. I saw the call. It was a changeup. She was on her front. She hit the ball really hard. Callie Erie stayed in front, made a really good play on that. That's what you want to see getting ahead. Get ready to go bat.
That one's fouled straight back.
Would not be surprised if you see a changeup call right here, Corey.
I love the changeup call.
I do too if it's a strike.
Swing and a high fly ball out to the right field.
Ball's
Julie
gonna
Johnson
carry.
drifting back. She has the catch, out 2. 2 batters, 2 outs. Old PK is dealing right here, Kobe.
You love to see her come out filling up the zone, defense making plays. It seems like, Corey, if we can get out of this, we've got some momentum back, and I feel like we're going to score too.
Batter's going to be Bella Bevel. Swing, ground ball to Johnson, off of her glove, and score that one an error on Sid.
You know, she had to go to her left a little bit. It's kind of a tricky hop right there. Kind of eat her up a little bit, but she's going to bounce back. We're going to make a good play right here.
Batter's going to be number 2, Addison Yates for the Bombers. Swing and a line drive out to Linton. She misplays it. Error on Linton. Bevel's going to go to third. Erie has the relay throw. Yates ends up on second, and the error train is rolling at full steam right now, Kobe.
Hate to see it. You know, you had 2 quick outs, 2 pitches, and now you've got 2 pitches later. You got runners on second, got runner on third. Just need to battle right here and keep them right where they're at.
Batting for the Lady Bombers, number 32, Marcy Cudworth.
So we're going to have a courtesy runner, Sierra Williams, in for Yates, the catcher. And we're also going to have a pinch hitter, number 32, Marcy Cudworth, coming up to bat for the Bombers with 2 runners in scoring position and 2 outs. Looks like she's a slapper. She was warming up, kind of walking, pretending she was walking through the box there. So Erie and Hinesley need to be on their toes, just field it clean and make a play at home, first, rather. And let's get out of this inning with another round number up on the board for the Bombers. So I guess 32 is in for number 4 for Cassie Whitlow.
Okay.
That's the way I've got it on my scorecard. We'll see.
Infield's got to lay out right here. Can't get through. We need to keep it at 8-6 when we head in here.
Kobe, I'm going to be honest with you. If he was paying attention, her foot was probably out of the batter's box. And with the new rule, any part of your foot out of the box, you're out. Let's watch her feet here on this second pitch, if we can see them. Now, she was in the box that time. A little flare to Linton. Linton misplays it. Error 2 on Linton for the inning. 2 runs are going to score, and the Bomber runner is going to end up safe at third. So 2 errors on the left fielder Linton in back-to-back plays allow the Bombers to score 2 more runs and go up by a score of 10-6 here in the bottom of the 5th. Batter's going to be number 15, Courtney Green. First pitch, a ball to her. Kobe, the tale of the game is the 5 errors on the board out there, and I think we've got them all up on the board. There may be more. I really don't know. Swing and a little foul tip there by Green.
It is. You know, if you look at the hit count, Corey, we've got 9 hits. But still, yet that 5 errors is you can't give outs away. And it proved this inning right here. I know nobody means to make an error. They just happen, but that's what happens when you make them.
Good pitch by Page. It had to miss high.
No, he said in.
He said in. Wow. Okay. So the plate has no inside corner on it now. None whatsoever. That ball's fouled straight back. 2-2 count to Green with 2 outs and a runner on third.
It seems like the longer the game goes, the tighter it gets. On both sides. Need a pitch right here. 2-2-2 for Page right here. Make a pitch, get out of here. There it is.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3, out 3, and we are out of it. Thankfully, but not before a couple more runs score for the Bombers.
Seems Coach Sullivan's giving a little bit of a tongue lashing right here. You know, you just at this stage, Corey, you just can't. You know, you've got to play hard. You got to make plays. Mountain Home, if you look on theirs, they've got 0 errors. Like I said before, it's not on purpose. It just happens, but we've got to find a way to eliminate some of those if we're going to be competitive. But I feel like we're going to come back right here. If we can, we've got 2 more chances. We've got 6 outs to work with. We need 4 runs. We've done it before, and we're going to do it again, starting off with Mackenzie Lloyd.
Leading off the inning for the Lady Eagles, number 7, Mackenzie Lloyd. Come on, Mackenzie.
So Lloyd's going to lead it off for the Eagles, followed by Linton, and then we'll be back to the top with Erie, Johnson, and Lawrence. First pitch, change up to Lloyd. It looked like it went all the way to the top of the mountain and rolled back down there before it got to the plate.
That was definitely a change of speed.
She took a little off of it.
She did take it off.
That pitch is low, 2 balls and no strikes. And
I think I take right here till we get a strike, Corey.
100%. I was getting ready to say the same thing. As they say, great minds think alike.
I wish others agreed.
Runners.
I wish others agreed with that.
It's ball 3 in the dirt, and we got to be taken all the way here. We are taken indeed, as the sign comes in from Coach Sullivan. So base runners are a premium here in the bottom of the 6th. I'm so angry I hadn't changed the inning in 2 halves here.
There we go, 4 pitches.
Ball 4 high, and Kobe, you got to be taken, don't you?
You definitely have to take right here. You know, this is her 2nd inning. She's not came close to throwing a strike at this point.
So we're going to have a courtesy runner for Lloyd, who is the designated player. Kenna Beatty is the courtesy runner.
Courtesy runner for the Eagles, number 6, Kenna Beatty.
At bat number 4, Kylie Linton.
Kylie Linton.
Linton looking to help the Eagles' cause here, has had a couple of good at-bats, and we need another one right here to move this runner over, and hopefully she gets on as well. First pitch, pop up to the pitcher, and she's going to be out 1. It's going to bring up Callie Erie.
Now batting for Vilonia, number 10, Callie Erie.
So Erie digs in with an out and Beatty in at first. Here he puts down the drag bunt. She's going to be safe at first easily, and Beatty is over to second easily as well. So 3 base hits on the day for Callie Erie. Brings up Sydney Johnson to bat now.
Now batting for your Lady Eagles, number 31, Sydney Johnson.
You want to see her right here, Corey, wait on it. You know, she's been ahead of a lot of things today. Sit back and wait, drive the softball.
Outside ball 1, and I want to see her hit it to Cersei.
That's a good place. Or El Paso would be nice.
El Paso, yeah, that'd be great. County line. I mean, I'll take County Line Road over there.
He called a strike on that one right there.
Are you kidding me?
I believe it was a corner. He called a 1-1 strike.
Okay, I was getting ready to say ball 2, but we'll call it 1-1 on Sid. Change up. Not a strike. 2 balls and a strike. I had to hold off there because I thought he was winding up to. No. Swing and a.
That's safe.
So he's going to say dead ball. It should be catcher's interference. Okay, yeah, catcher's interference as Sydney Johnson's bat makes contact with the catcher's mitt. That is catcher's interference. Batter gets first, and both runners get a base. Brings up Talon Lawrence, the catcher.
Last at bat, Corey, she drilled one to left field. Left fielder made an excellent play on it. Like to see one. Same thing, just in the gap right here.
Now batting for your Lady Eagles, number 12, Talon Lawrence.
One out, bases juiced. A lot of speed out there on the base paths. Erie with the giant lead at second. Sydney Johnson needs to lengthen hers out at first a little bit. They shouldn't throw behind either of those 2 runners. If they do, it would almost be given just conceding a run. Ball misses high for ball 2 to Lawrence. 2-0 count on her now.
I think I'd be taking all the way right here, Corey. She is struggling to find the zone a little bit. The umpire strike zone has shrunk as the game has went on both sides. It would have to be right down the middle for I'd swing.
That one's in the dirt for ball 3. And Crownover definitely struggling with control at the moment. 3-0 count. Talon's going to be taken all the way. The pitching coach for Mountain Home gives the old straight down the middle signal. And it's high for ball 4. Lawrence gets the free pass. Beatty walks across, and the Bombers are looking to the bullpen.
Last at bat, Julie had come up, Corey, had a good base hit between second and third base, looking for the same thing here.
So there's going to be some substitutions. Eagles are going to have courtesy runner number 15, Brooke Crisp, in for the catcher, Talon Lawrence.
Courtesy runner for the Eagles, number 15, Brooke Crisp.
Corey, what did they change? Okay, and now they're making a change. Okay.
So looks like the pitcher is now going to be number 18, Reagan Hasselwander. Reagan Hasselwander will now be the pitcher for the Bombers. No, Zimmer-Rebner is easy to pronounce. Ah. Oh, yeah.
Corey just got an update here. Eagles win the first one.
Excellent.
The Eagles win, fixing to throw the second game starting here in a few minutes.
Well, I hope these Eagles, the Lady Eagles, follow that train and win this one as well. I need to put our run up there. 10-7 is the score.
You know, this is a big spot as far as I don't know much about this pitcher. Watching her warm up here, she seemed like she's struggling to find the zone a little bit. And as hitters and as coaches right here, you should see that. And It's easy to pitch when nobody's on base and nothing's on the line. But when you've got the bases loaded like we do, we've got the momentum back, you want to make sure they're throwing a strike, and she's struggling right now to get it in the zone.
I'm not even going to lie to you. I am straight taking until a strike is called. It doesn't matter if it was the previous pitcher or this one. Neither one of them's been anywhere really close to the zone consistently anyways. So I'm going to take until they call a strike on me. Just force the pitchers to work.
I agree.
We'll take every run any way we can get it. So bases juiced. Julie Johnson is the batter. And 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting for your Lady Eagles, number 32, Julie Johnson.
So Juju digs in. Ball low. Erie's going to score easy on that. She had her ears pinned back. She was coming the minute she saw it hit the dirt. So score is 10-8 now.
Corey, what that does as well, it frees up a base, so it takes the force out. So now the infield's got to go to first if you want it out. So great piece of base running right there. Way to hold up by Julie. 2 away.
So Julie does take the strike, so we should be green light now. She's seen a ball, she's seen a strike, and I want to see one bounce off that crooked eagle out there in center field.
Thank you, Alan Wade.
Ball low. 2-1 now.
You know, she's a freshman. She's a fantastic hitter. I don't think there's anybody else I'd like to see up here right now. She's hot. She had the base hit last time.
Ball upstairs, 3-1 count to Juju. Sid on third and Brookie Crisp on second. Swing and a foul ball over the first base dugout.
Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out.
Anything close, get all over it. That one's in the dirt. It's an easy take. As Kobe said, great at bat by the freshman Johnson, and brings up Gracie Kimbrell to the plate with the bases loaded.
One thing that Gracie's got to do right here, Corey, is see the ball middle and top half. The last couple of bats she's had, she's been under a little bit. She needs to make an adjustment. See the ball top half, middle, put it on the ground, hit a line drive. Let's score about 3 right here.
Gracie takes ball 1 high. It's going to be ball 2 outside.
I think I'd throw the take on right here, Corey.
Yep.
What do you think?
I agree.
You know she's not trying to paint corners. She's just trying to throw a strike right here.
It's going to be a called strike. Generous call by the umpire. Hasn't given that one all game, but a strike either way on the outside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Kimbrell should be green light for lunch.
How did that not hit her?
I have no idea. That ball had the most English I've ever seen on it.
It rolled for 30 feet and still missed her foot.
She was
gotta
trying to
love it.
Bend it around the 8 ball to catch the 7 in the corner pocket. Oh, wow. Another generous strike call by the umpire. She'd have had to dig that one up off of her shoe tops.
But she didn't like it. You know, she didn't swing. She's looking for something fat right here. She's going to fix and drive this one. There it is.
Swing and a big hit to center field over the center fielder's head off the wall. Johnson scores. Crisp is going to score. Juju holds at third, and Kimbrell holds at first. Good bit of hitting by the junior first baseman, Gracie Kimbrell.
Fantastic job. She laid off that 1 strike, jumped on a fastball, burnt the center fielder. Excellent job.
2 runs scored. Tied it up 10-10. Runners on the corners, and Coach Sullivan's going to the lineup card. Looks like it's going to be Ashton Rappold in to pinch run for Kimbrell. At the plate is Faith Johnson.
You know, a game, Corey, that started out as the first 3 innings were extremely fast. It has sure taken a slow turn the last 3 or 4 innings, all the runs scored.
Now batting for the Eagles, number 20, Faith Johnson.
So Faith Johnson with the big home run in her last at-bat. Steps in now with runners on the corners and 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Fake bunt gets the runner over to second. Stolen base for Rappold. Juju holds at third. So 2 runners in scoring position now for the senior center fielder.
You know, if anything right here, Corey, you just want to see put the ball on the right side to get this run in. You'd like to see a gapper, but we need this run in a bad way.
Ball outside, 1-1 to Faith. Swing and a foul ball down the first base line. It's going to bring the count to a ball and 2 strikes to Faith.
You got complete confidence in Faith right here. She's a senior. She handles the bat extremely well. Not an overpowering pitcher. She's a good contact hitter. You just want to see her pull something on the right side to get this run in.
That ball bounces, what would you say, 30 feet from the plate?
That got away from her a little bit.
That was an interesting delivery. It had to have slipped out of her hand.
It did.
Easy take for Faith. 2-2 count to her. Swing
there
and a gapper to right center field. Juju scores. Rappold's going to score. Faith is turning for third. There's not going to be a play. She's going to be in there easily for a triple, and Faith Johnson is absolutely on fire here in the game.
En fuego.
En fuego indeed. Oh, every time I go to jeopardy him, he brings in another pitcher. So it's going to be the starter, the actual pitcher that was the starting pitcher for the Bombers, number 3, Lauren Loving. So cycle through 3 different pitchers now and back to the beginning.
Corey, what you like to see right here is, as bad as a couple of innings that we've had, you look there in the 6th inning so far, we've hung 6 runs, and they have not been given to us. We've hit the ball. There's no errors. So that shows you that we can do it. We've just got to put some innings together, and we've got to eliminate that 5 spot on the error side, and we're a good ball team.
I mean, Kobe, given the way that it's going, I mean, you've got a runner on third and only 1 out. I'd say we're not done yet. I expect us, bare minimum, we're going to get the 1 more run. I think Faith's going to find a way to get home. Hinsley's going to get a base hit, or even Linton behind her. But, man, if we cycle back to the top of the lineup again, could be Katie bar the doors.
I hope. We need this. As a team, we need to jump in here and get a big win right here.
I wouldn't mind if we scored 437 runs.
You know, Marley's up to plate. The last at bat she had, twice, she burnt the right center. And the last time she had a long line drive to center field. You'd love to see the same thing. Get the ball out of the infield and let's score at least 1, if not more.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 14, Marley Hinsley.
First pitch to Hinsley is low for ball 1.
Corey, I don't know if I would, this girl, she pitched earlier. She sat out for a good while. I don't know if I would take a pitch right here. Make her throw you something.
Hinsley swings at ball 2 there. It turns into strike 1 real quick, though. 1-1 count to Marley.
Ball in the dirt right there. It's got a 2-1 count, 1 out. Marley up to bat.
Should have been ball 3. All 3 pitches basically the same pitch. She thought she'd get a hold of that one, and you can't blame the aggressiveness at all. There's a rip up the middle.
That's a run.
Shortstop's going to have it over to first for the out, but indeed Faith comes in to score. Eagles lead at 13-10 now, and just like I said earlier, it is turning into a slow pitch softball score.
Or football.
Yeah, football. Let's not mention football.
Up next for your Lady Eagles, number 7, Mackenzie Lloyd.
That is a nightmare I don't want to relive. No disrespect to any of the players, it just or coaches, just was not the season that you want to think about very often. Lloyd takes ball 1. But a lot to look forward to next season football. Generous call off the outside corner there for strike 1. Evens it up at a ball and a strike to McKenzie. Linton is on deck. And then back to the top again if both of these reach. Lloyd takes a ball low, 2 balls and a strike. Ball inside, 31 count to McKenzie. Hitter's count.
It is a hitter's count. It needs to be right down the middle because just as Gracie was a while ago, she let the second one go, then drilled the third.
Swings at a, it would have been interesting to see what he would have called that pitch. He's kind of getting that sometimers on those outside pitches. Lloyd wisely fouls it off and hopes to see something that she can catch a little bit more fat on the bat. Picks that one up off the dirt. Shortstop has it over to first, and that's going to end the inning, but not before the Eagles do a lot of damage and take the lead here in the, I guess we're going to the top of the 7th now. So the Eagles plate 7 runs, take the lead 13-10, and all we've got to do is get 3 outs, Kobe.
We do. We need Pages to come out here. What you don't like is how long that inning was. That inning took forever, and what happens, right? Looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Looks like Gracie's going to come out here and finish it out.
We're going to have a couple of changes, actually. It looks like it's going to be Brooke Crisp going to left field. Will Banks, the flex, is going to play first base. Kimbrell, the starting first baseman, goes to the circle. And looks like everything else is the same. Now, I'm assuming Brooke is going to left field. Theoretically, Julie Johnson might be sliding over to left and Brooke playing right. We'll find out in just a moment.
Could be. But Gracie, I'm sure she's been throwing on the side over here getting loose, and you'd like to see that. It's a different look. Tori threw, 3 innings. Paige threw, I guess, 3 innings. So they've, kind of been through the lineup, and now you're getting somebody. You're getting a junior here that they've not seen. It's got a little bit different spin, different movement. I like the move right here. She just needs to fill the zone up, let the defense work, and let's get out of here with a win, even with 5 errors.
Yeah, generally speaking, you're not going to see many teams win with 5 errors on the board. Credit to the Eagle hitters to come up and have the big 6th inning to get back in front here and overcome, not put your heads down and just give up after so many errors. Looks like maybe a substitution, a pinch hitter or something here. I didn't pick up the number. Girls, did y'all see the batter's number? 20? 22. Maddie Belk is going to be the batter for the Bombers.
Leading off the inning for the Bombers, number 22, Maddie Belt.
foul ball straight back. Strike one.
Love to see that, Gracie, come in right here and just fill the zone up. Make them hit it. Don't be too cute with anything. We've got a good defense, 3 runs ahead. Get ahead early. Great job, Gracie.
Another good pitch right in on the knuckles. Foul ball, strike 2.
What do you do here, Corey? As far as you're up, do you play around with them right here? Or you come right at them and let's make a play?
Going right at them.
I agree.
And that was indeed what Kimbrell tried to do. I have to assume the pitch missed low for ball 1. And crisp does go to left, and Julie Johnson stays in right. Swing and a miss, strike 3, out 1. That's a big one, Kobe, here in the top of the 7th. We needed that in a bad way. It's going to bring up the lead off, 26, Sydney Zimmer.
Now batting number 26, Sydney Zimmer.
Ball up.
Corey, seems like that first batter of every inning is the most important. If you can get the first one, throw some strikes.
Swing and a big hit to right field, and that one is going to get all the way to the wall. Zimmer goes to second. She's turning for third. Sydney Johnson relays the throw to Hinesley. It's not going to be in time, and Zimmer's going to have a triple here with 1 out, and Peyton Husky coming to the plate for the Bombers.
That shows you how important that first out was right there. So.
Now batting number 10, Peyton Husky.
First pitch ball to Husky down and low. We need to be careful and don't give up any freebies here. Now that one can't hurt us, Kobe. They're going to have 3 to stay in it. So we're still playing for outs. That one's not a bother to us. Ball 2 now to Husky is low and inside. Strike called on the outside corner. 2 balls and a strikes. Ball low, 3-1 count to Husky.
Great pitch outside corner right there, Corey.
Full count. Foul ball off the padding over there on the first baseline.
You know, that last hit right there, it was a base hit and it'll always be, but Julie's a freshman and an outfielder. The sun's in her eyes. She will learn after this pitch here.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Great pitch by Kimbrell. Gets Husky to chase a pitch that was obviously not anywhere close to the zone. Good bit of pitching there by Kimbrell.
She will learn that when that ball comes off the right side, it's going to have a spin. It's going to have a tail back to the foul right there.
Another
Great
good pitch
pitch
on the outside corner, and Kimbrell needs to live there right now. We found his sweet spot. Goes with the change up there. It bites the dust.
Great block by Talon Lawrence right there.
Absolutely. A ball and a strike to Tabor. Tabor had a big base hit earlier in the game. Swing, ground ball up the middle, just out of the reach of Sydney Johnson diving. 1 run scores, runner on first. So 13-11, Eagles hanging on to that lead, and the batter's going to be Grace Gilbert.
Now batting number 8, Grace Gilbert.
That one's a little bit too far out. Ball 1. Ball 2 is in the dirt. Runner holds it first. Another good block by Lawrence. The catcher, Coach Stout, in the house, working the crowd. Coach Stewart also in the house. Not working the crowd near like Coach Stout is, though. We can all assure you of that. Swing and a miss for strike one.
She was stringing for El Paso right there.
Yeah.
She was swinging for El Paso herself.
She's going to tie this up in one swing. Can't say that I blame her. You like the aggressiveness. Coach Sullivan urging Kimbrell to go right at the batter. It's going to miss low and away for ball 3. 3-1 count to Gilbert. And you do not want to put the tying run on base, so we need to come right back at her and pitch a ground ball here. Good pitch, strike 2, full count. Can't blame Gilbert for taking there.
Big pitch right here, Corey. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Swing and a foul tip. Lawrence unable to hang on to it. So Gilbert lives to see another pitch. And that was a good location. Everything worked out. Can't blame Talon for not being able to hold that. It had some mustard on it. Picked up some speed off the bat. Just hit the tip of her glove. Here we go. Swing and a ground ball to Kimbrell. This should do it. Flips it over to Wilbanks, and that's going to be the end of the game. Eagles win it by a score of 13-11. And, Kobe, the difference in the game, we already said it earlier, but it's the errors. 5 errors, you just cannot – you can't do that. You can't give them freebies. Nobody – like you said it right. Nobody goes out there intending to make an error, but at some point you got to – you got to gut check yourself and say, I'm going to go make a play.
You do.
I'm just going to go make a play.
The phases of the game, Corey, when we were in Benton, there were several things that was wrong. Tonight, we pitched well for the most part. There was not a lot of walks. We played. We ran the bases well. We hit the ball tremendously. It's just the errors, and we'll fix it. We'll get there. But unlike Benton, it was just one, we did come back. We hung 7 runs in the 6th inning, showed a lot of heart for our girls. And you have to wonder about this next game. They went through 3 pitchers. They end up bringing their starter back in. You wonder who they got for the second game. And I would think that after seeing the second and the third, I would think they would have to start with the one they just ended. So I like our chances.
I would agree with that. It's either going to be her or somebody on the bench that we haven't seen yet. I can't imagine going with one of the other 2 pitchers to start the game. Not that we won't see them at some point in the game, but I expect to see Lauren Loving start the game for the Bombers. Probably going to see Kimbrell start it for us. I would expect that.
I'm going to say this next will be by committee. I'm going to say that you go with Gracie as long as she can, and then you just piece it together and finish it out until the girls' arms get in tremendous shape. I think that's what you're going to see.
100%. Okay, well, we're going to sign off here and take a quick break. We'll be back here in just a little while for game number 2, Mountain Home Bombers versus your Vilonia Lady Eagles. Eagles win the first one by a score of 13-11. It's been Kobe Kelly and Corey Erie for Vilonia Eagles softball.